If you are looking for something new and different for the upcoming Compliance Week celebration in November, check out The Compliance Kids. It's my 3-book children's series on compliance and compliance professionals for children. But they make great gifts and great training tools for your employees. You can check it out on Amazon.com. We've linked to it in the show notes. The Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
If you're a compliance officer, middle managers are crucial in getting your programs from you to your frontline employees. But how do we activate those managers and get them on our side? Ethico's new Middle Manager Toolkit equips you with the skills needed to empower your managers, to promote a culture where ethical behavior thrives and employees feel empowered to speak up. Learn how to turn frontline managers into ethical leaders with our new white paper, Empowering Middle Managers as Ethics Champions. And did I mention you can get the whole toolkit for free? Head to ethico.com to download the full toolkit today.
Today on the Compliance Tip of the Day, we look at boards and the digital transformation of compliance. How should a board of directors think about the digital transformation of compliance? What are the questions a board should ask a CCO regarding the use of data analytics in compliance? How does a board ensure that value is created through using data in compliance and make compliance more efficient in the area of risk management? CCOs understand the need for digital transformation, and of course, this was enshrined in the 2020 update to the evaluation of corporate compliance programs and brought forward since that time. There's a series of questions I think a board can ask of itself. Number one, how can boards understand the implications of digital transformation well enough to provide oversight to compliance? 2, how does a digital transformation fundamentally change compliance? 3, how does the board tell if it's working? 4, what is the board's view of CCO talent? And 5, what are the emerging risks? Even keeping track of competitive threats posed, data and data analytics should be seen properly as a tool for your overall compliance program going forward. So what are the 3 key takeaways today? Number 1, a board of directors must lead, and it must lead to ensure that value is created by using data in compliance. 2, data analytics. Using data analytics, or rather compliance using data analytics, can benefit the board in a multiple of ways. Obviously, the use of data analytics across all data silos will be critical for your overall compliance program, but I would suggest it's critical across how your business is run, both competitively and illegally. And then finally, the 2024 ECCP. The digital mandate for compliance found in the 2024 ECCP impacts the board's role in oversight of compliance, particularly around the digital arena. Digital transformation of compliance, in addition to AI, I think are 2 of the biggest areas that boards need to be cognizant of from a strategic basis. So boards of directors must get a handle on, number 1, what's available, and number 2, how is your compliance function using these tools to not only empower your compliance program, but show that you're doing business ethically and in compliance. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The Compliance Tip of the Day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network. Finally, this podcast contains promotional materials.